Good morning. Today's verse of the day is Matthew 28:19, but I would be remiss if I didn't read through 20. So I'm going to read those. It is, "Go therefore, make disciples of all the nations. Help the people to learn of me, believe in me, and obey my words, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit." And verse 20 says, "Teaching them to observe everything that I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, remaining with you perpetually, regardless of circumstance, and on every occasion, even to the end of the age." I just read that to you out of the Amplified Bible, the devotional in the YouVersion Bible app for today. The mission of the church. After Jesus' death and resurrection, he spent 40 days on earth ministering to people and preparing his disciples for life without him. Jesus planned on leaving earth and ascending to heaven, but before doing so, he gave his disciples a mission found in Matthew 28:19 through 20. We often call this mission the Great Commission. The Great Commission begins with getting up and going to places where people need to hear about the good news of Jesus. This doesn't mean you have to leave your country. There are people in your own neighborhood and workplace that need to hear the hope of Jesus. The ultimate goal of the Great Commission is to make followers of Jesus. So as we go about sharing the good news of Jesus with people, we're to show people how Jesus has changed our lives and invite them to discover Jesus for themselves. Jesus also instructs us to baptize new believers. Baptism is a symbol of someone's incorporation into the family of God. It is their public display of their new faith in Jesus. Baptism is such an important part of the Christian life that Jesus made sure to include it in our mission. It can be easy to think that making disciples and baptizing believers is the responsibility of our church, pastors, and ministry leaders. While those things are certainly part of every church's mission, Jesus intended for every believer to be making disciples. So take a moment to think about someone in your own life who helped you grow spiritually. Ask God to bring to mind someone you can help and disciple. Then allow God to give you the courage to share the hope of Jesus with those around you. The Great Commission begins with getting up and going to places where people need to hear about the good news of Jesus. I'm just going to add this. If you are brand new, you are just coming to your relationship with Jesus, you've just accepted him, then your mission field starts at home. You work in your home from the inside out. Whether you travel somewhere remote or invest in your own neighborhood, be intentional to talk about God with someone today.